Hello, this is Sal. Today's practice lab is a long one. Lots of configurations to do. I will configure the IP addresses for the interfaces, the ASA, router 1 and router 3, and I will configure the IPsec VPN tunnel between the ASA and router 3 to give you an idea how to configure it. On the description of this video, download the packet tracer source files and the walkthrough documents and follow the documents step by step. It will walk you through the configurations of the routers, the ASA and the switches. I hope my videos are helpful for those who are seeking to be certified for the CCNA and the CCNA security exams. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and recommend it to your friends and share it and give me the thumb up. And please let me know if you have any suggestions, comments or questions. I will gladly answer you back. Here on the description, once again, of this video, you will find two files, one for the packet tracer source files and the documents to walk you through the lab step by step until you finally will be able to verify the configurations you did during this lab. Here, when you download and if you want to work on this lab on your own, you will configure the basic security and interfaces on router 3, configure default and static routes, also configure SSH and the AAA authentication. Also, you will enable syslog on the server and then enable authentication for NTP. After that, you will configure the ASA, VLAN 1 and VLAN 2, which I'm going to show you here. Then configure the ASA and DHCP server. Then when done with that, you will configure the switches, the VLAN 1 on switches and the default gateway. Then configure trunks between switch 1 and switch 2. Then configure spanning tree on switch 1 and switch 2, root primary and secondary, and the port security and enable BBTU guard, and then configure the LAN security on the switches, and then configure DHCP snooping on switch 1 and switch 3. Then you will configure VPN IPsec on the ASA and router 3, and you will enable the security package on router 3. I'll show you how to do this also in the way how I'll explain it. And after that, you will configure ASA inside interface security and firewall. You will modify the default inspection on ASA. Then you will configure zone-based policy firewall on router 3. So let me start by working on the configuration. I'll start with router 3. Enable, configure terminal, give a host name, router 3. Interface gig 00, IP address of 172.16.10.1/24 subnet mask, and open the port with no shut, and then the other interface facing router 1 S000, IP address of 10.2.2.2/30 subnet mask 252. Open the port. Now on router 3, I will configure a static default route. Exit IP route to any network with this subnet mask, and the gateway for router 3 or for this network will be this interface here of 10.2.2.1. 10.2.2.1. Now we are done with router 3. Let's work on router 1. On router 1, we have the 3 interfaces. This is what I'm going to be configuring. Enable, configure terminal, host name, router 1. Now the interface facing the server, which will, as you can see, when you work on this lab, it will be DNS, NTP, and syslog server of gig 0, 0, and IP address of 8.8.8.1/24 subnet mask and enable the port with no shut. Then the other interface facing router 3 the IP address of 10.2.2.1/30 subnet mask and with no shut. And the other interface facing the ASA of 0 and 1, IP address of 10.1.1.2/30 subnet mask, and open the port. Now here on router 1, I will configure two static routes, one for this network of 172.16.10.0/24 and to this network here inside VLAN 1 of 192.168.1.0/24. So back to router 1, IP route to 172.16.10.0/24 subnet mask. To this network, this will be from router 1 to this network, this will be the interface, the gateway or the next hop of 10.2.2.2. And the other route to the other network of 192.168.1.0 with /24 subnet mask. And this will be the gateway for router 1 to reach this network here of 10.1.1.1. Now, I will work on the ASA, the firewall here, enable, no password, just simply hit enter, configure terminal, give it the host name of ASA. Now configure the inside VLAN 1, interface of VLAN 1. The name of the interface is inside, and for now, security level of 0. The default is 100, but let's configure it of 0. And the IP address of 192.168.1.1 with /24 subnet mask and no shut. Now, we'll configure VLAN to access this network, VLAN, this interface on VLAN 1. So interface E01, switch port, mode access, switch port, access VLAN 1. Sure run. This is what we configured so far on the ASA. So now let's work on VLAN 2. Configure terminal, interface VLAN 2. The name of the interface is outside, and the security level of VLAN 2 is 0, and the IP address, as you can see here, of 10.1.1.1/30 subnet mask, no shut. Exit from here now, and the interface of Ethernet 0.0. The switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 2. So now let's try to back to the, I will configure DHCP on the ASA. So the command goes like this: DHCP address. Now first I'll start with the pool of addresses of 192.168.1.10 to 192.168.1.20, and this is for the inside VLAN, for the devices inside. Now for the DNS, as you can see here, this is our DNS server of 8.8.8.8, and for the default gateway DHCP option, I'll choose number 3 for the IP address of 192.168.1.1. Now I will enable DHCP for inside. So now let's see for PCA here, click on the PC, go to IP configurations icon, and here under the DHCP radio button here, just click it and see, and it receive this IP address. The same with PCB, desktop, IP configuration, DHCP, and it received this IP address. Now, let's try to ping from PCA to the server. Go here, ping 8.8.8.8. It's saying unreachable. Why? Why? Because we need to configure a route for outside on the ASA. So back to the ASA, simply type this command, route for the outside to any network with this subnet mask, and the gateway for the ASA to any other network will be on this IP address or this interface of 10.1.1.2. Let me run the ping again. It should be successful. And here we go. Now let me ping from PCB to PCC. Command prompt, ping 172.16.10.2. Oh, sorry, ping 172.16.10.2. And here we go. And it was successful. I'll run it again. And now I will run, as you noticed, we configured the security level for VLAN 1 and VLAN 2 of 0. So now PCC can access these two PCs here, PCA and PCB. Go back to on PCC, ping. I will ping PCA, and it was successful. And now I will trace route the route for PCB. Trace RT, trace route of 192.168.1.11. And you can see here we have 4 hops here to get from PCC all the way through the internet, through the ASA to reach this destination. Now, I will be configuring the IPsec VPN tunnel between router 3 and the ASA. So now I need to configure on router 3 to see if the security package is enabled. Show version, just run this command, show version, and here it will show you it's disabled. So we need to enable it, simply typing configure terminal, license, boot, module, C1900, technology package, and security K9, enter. So we accept the license, exit from here, and then I will reload, yes, and confirm. Let's run the command again. Enable, show version. And as you can see here, it has been enabled, an evaluation copy. So now I will configure IPsec VPN tunnel. I'll start with on the ASA. Here on the ASA, the command goes like this: crypto IKEV1, Internet Key Exchange version 1. I will call from now on IKEV, just for simplicity. IKEV policy 10. As for authentication, we want to use P-share, encryption, AES, hash, SHA, group, I'll use 2, Diffie Hellman 2, lifetime, I'll use 70,000 seconds. Exit from here, crypto, IKEV enable for the outside. Now for the tunnel a group, we want to tunnel to this interface. This is the peer of 10.2.2.2, and the type is IPsec L2L. Don't worry about this warning. Tunnel group, also for the peer of 10.2.2.2, IPsec attributes. Now, IKEV pre-shared, we want the pre-shared key to be Cisco. Now, it's time to configure the transform set. The command goes like this. Crypto IPsec IKEV1 transform set, call it simply VPN set, ESP, AES, ESP, SHA, HMAC. Next, we will create the map. Crypto map, I call it VPN map. Sequence number for this is 10, VPN map 10. Set the peer is 10.2.2.2. And now we create the transform set, simply typing crypto map VPN map, also 10 set IKEV for transform set, as we named it earlier, VPN set. Enter. Next, we will create two network objects to identify internal network and the remote network. Object network, I'll call it for the local dash net network. For the subnet of 192.168.1.0 with /24 subnet mask. Now we create it for the local, so let's work on the remote. Object network, I'll simply name it remote net, subnet of 172.16.10.0 with /24 subnet mask. Now I will set the access list. Configure terminal, access list, I'll call it simply VPN access list, ACL, extended permit IP from object, the object word of the local dash net to the remote network, enter. Now it's time to match the ACL crypto map VPN map 10 match. We want to match the VPN access control list. Next, we will apply the crypto map to the outside interface. Crypto map VPN map 10 match address of VPN access control list. Sorry about that. Enter. Now we will apply the crypto map to the outside interface. Crypto map VPN map interface on outside. Enter. Now we are done with the configuration on the ASA. Now let's go to router 3 and do the same configuration. So the traffic will be encrypted and secured when it moves, between router 3 and the ASA. configure terminal, crypto ISACAM policy 10, authentication pre-share, encryption AES, group 2, hash, SHA, and lifetime I configured it with 70,000 seconds. Enter. Now I will configure the pre-shared key as we configured it earlier on the ASA as Cisco. So crypto ISACAM for the key of Cisco address to match the address of 10.1.1.1 to match the address here on the ASA, this interface, and enter. Now we will configure IPsec transform set. The command goes like this: crypto IPsec transform set VPN set ESP AES and ESP SHA HMAC. Now let's create a crypto map. Crypto map VPN map, and we give it number 10. Crypto map VPN map IPsec ISACAM. Now the peer set peer of 10.1.1.1 on the ASA, and the transform set of VPN set. Now we want this to match the address of a VPN ACL, access control list. Enter. Now we will define interesting traffic by creating the access control list. Exit from here. IP access list extended, we named it VPN access control list. We want to permit the IP from the network of 172.16.10.0 with the inverse subnet mask of this to the network of 192.168.1.0 with the inverse subnet mask of this. Enter. Now we will apply the crypto map to the interface. We will apply it here on this interface of serial 000. Exit from here, interface 000, crypto map VPN map, crypto map VPN map on the interface. Enter. Exit. Now let's see if we still can ping from PCA to PCC. Ping 172.16.10.2. And run it again. And we can. Now we have the traffic move between this network, inside network, to this network. It will be secured and encrypted via the IPsec VPN tunnel between the ASA and the router. Here earlier we configured the ASA for inside and for outside VLANs, the security level of 0. That's now PCC can ping PCA or PCB 192.168.1.10, and now I'll say trace route from PCC, trace RT, or from PCC to PCA, for example, or B 192.168.1.11. Before we had 4 hops, but now it is skipping. You know, it's kind of like it's not seeing router 1. Router 1 doesn't know anything about the traffic. because it is secured and encrypted traffic moving from router 3 to this network. Earlier, we configured the ASA for inside the security level of 0. Now let's change it to 1. Interface VLAN 1, security level of 100. Enter. Now on PCC, as you can see here, when we ping PCA, we received a reply. Now I changed the security level on ASA for the inside VLAN. And let's see if PCC is still able to ping PCA. And it will fail. The traffic is allowed from this network to this to the PC. When you download the documents, it will walk you through. You will be modifying the ASA, and we will allow traffic to move from the PCA and PCB to the server and to PCC. Thank you so much for watching. I was planning to do the whole video for you guys to learn step by step, but I thought the most important piece here is how to configure the ASA, the IPsec VPN tunnel between the firewall of ASA and a router. And the rest, I left it for you in the walkthrough documents so you can do it on your own, and you will learn a lot from this video. I just don't want to bore you with an hour, 40 minutes, or close to 2 hours. Just do it on your own, and you will learn a lot. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. Please, if you have any comments, just write me and give me the thumb up and share this video. Thanks a lot.